The reason we do what we do at the Pine Tree Church of Christ in our children's ministry program can kind of be summed up in this statement. We believe that what the parents do at home is more important than what we do at church. It really kind of all boils down to influence. For instance, on average, we're going to get a kid in our program about 40 hours a year, whereas the parents are going to have an influence over a child almost 3,000 hours a year. So we'd be silly to think that what we do here is more important. So we have developed what we call the orange strategy. And it's like this. Orange, of course, is the combining of two colors, yellow and red. Well, in our ministry, the yellow represents the light of Christ, the church, while the red represents the heart of the family. And so everything we do, from a Sunday morning to a Wednesday night to monthly activities to outreach, are all centered around making these activities more orange or more family friendly. So for instance, when we set up our classes on a Sunday morning, while we work very hard to make that environment great for the kids, we also use it knowing that it's a springboard for our families to be able to take something home and be the spiritual leaders and givers that they need to be to their children. In essence, what we're doing is we're combining influences to make a longer lasting impact with our children. Our preschool children use a curriculum called First Look. It's basically a first impression of God for these children. And with our activities, which are fun and are simple, we want to impress on them three things. One, God loves me. Number two, God made me. And number three, Jesus wants to be my friend. So each month we give a new virtue, a new core principle for these children to learn, all revolving around these three things, so that by the time they're 4 years old, they own those truths. Our elementary age kids use a curriculum called 252 Basics. It centers around three virtues that Jesus modeled in Luke chapter 2, verse 52. Number one is, I need to make the wise choice. Number two, I should treat others the way I want to be treated. And number three, I can trust God no matter what. Each month we'll deal with a new virtue. We'll also talk about different Bible stories that go along with those virtues. We'll have a memory verse each month, all designed to help the families to be able to succeed taking this simple message that we've given them on Sunday and utilize it throughout the week. We have resources within 252 Basics to make it easier for parents to do this. For instance, each Sunday they'll be sent home with what we call God time cards. Also, they'll have things called fridge door cards. And these are just simple application tools they can use to take the Bible story further. We also have a subscription to a resource called the Q Box, and you can find out more information about that on our website. You know, with all the things we've talked about, our curriculum, what a typical Sunday might look like, the truth is we believe that in 100 years, the only thing that's going to matter is a child's relationship with Jesus. So that's why we do things the way that we do them. And so I would say to any family that's looking for a church home to come check out Pine Tree Church of Christ. We'd love to meet you and have you as part of our program.